Warfare 2 has arrived into Space Engineers. If, like myself and many others, you've been waiting for the next expansion in the Space Engineers gameplay universe, then today is the day, as we've got brand new weapons, blocks, quality of life changes, and much, much more. This is arguably the biggest update for Space Engineers yet. It's truly a brand new era for the Space Engineers universe. Seriously, multiple new turrets, new ways to play and build, including railguns, target locks, turret controllers, searchlights, and of course some fantastic looking blocks. Greetings everyone, my name is Captain Jack and welcome to my channel. Yes, I am a Space Engineers content creator. If you want to follow more videos on today's exciting update, then hit that like and subscribe button. So yes, this is the Space Engineers Warfare 2 Broadside update, and it has landed today, February 3rd. You can go to the Steam or Xbox store and play the game right now. Also, you don't have to buy the DLC, and we'll cover some of the free and exclusive content later on in the video. So the update is featuring a ton of new content such as cosmetic skins of blocks like reactors, batteries and characters, but also a whole new combat system in the game, including new weapons as I mentioned a moment ago. Obviously, along with all the new blocks, which we'll dive into just a moment, we've also got an entire overhaul of the in-game combat system as I just mentioned. This includes a new target reticle, a target locking system, a target lead indicator for static weapons, such as the devastating railgun, you know what I mean, and a new turret targeting system, plus a bunch more cool stuff. Additionally, Keen have announced there have been over 200 bug fixes and improvements for the game with this update. That's enough of me waffling on here in the intro. If you do want to join a fantastic Space Engineers community where we might be launching some public servers in the next couple of weeks and also have our current Space Engineers Halo server, come join myself in my Discord server. Link is on screen right now. Alright, to save waffling away, let's jump into the game and check out some of the new blocks as I really want to show off a railgun and blow something up. Come on, let's go. Okay, so we're in game. Now, the first thing I'm going to show you is the devastating railgun, as you can see on screen right now. It's a large static railgun that fires projectiles at extremely high velocity and is able to penetrate many layers of armor. It's got a very high power requirement and needs time to recharge its capacity, similar to how jump drives operate in the game. Now, this is a model in front of us, and we can quickly take a look around, and then I've got something fun to show you. So it very much is a classic railgun, as you would expect from a game like Space Engineers. We've seen railguns in series like The Expanse, and very much things like that. But just looking at the detail here on this model, it is beautiful, and I love it very much. I mean, look at this, it's fantastic. Also, the shape of it as well, very nice shape. You can see it mounted over here on the blue ship, which we're going to take it in a minute and test the weapon, but you might have seen it on screen already, because, you know, I like to spoil you guys. Anyway, over here, we can see, obviously, you can put the actual railgun bullets into it, or your shells. So you can see here we've obviously got blocks where you can connect it with your cargo systems if need be, and obviously one back here as well. So a good number of connection points. We don't have any on the bottom, unfortunately, even though it looks like there's a mini port here, but it's not actually. But fun fact, this railgun, the weapon, can actually damage voxels as well. To do that, let's go inside my testing station here, and we will take a look. So we fly in here, past many armor door blocks, and take a look at this. So this is a sort of portable mount here. Not portable mount, it's basically like a little turret emplacement for the railgun. So they can be used on like pre-made turrets as well. They don't have to just be on fixed ships. You can make your own custom turrets in here. We've all been in Space Engineers before where we've made our own custom turrets. So let's take a look at this. So we can actually use the new helm block. So if we jump on, this is the new helm block in Space Engineers. So it's a new sort of cockpit control block. So I press F. I am now in control. Look at this. Well, hey, I've got my hands on the bar and on the joystick there as well, and the throttle. So if I press number 1, we can take control of this sort of turret thing, and I can use the hinge block to sort of turn it around the rotors here, and I've got control. So obviously we've got some voxels in front of us here. Shall we damage them? 3, 2, 1. Oh, that was good. We're almost shooting through it in a sense. However, you know what I'm like, I really want to damage the rest of it, and we'll test it railgun in a second. Now, I imagine there's something inside that room there, but we're going to blow it open. So in 3, 2, 1, let's see if it's recharged. Oh, there we go. I'm not sure where that went. Did that damage anything or not? I'm not sure. Maybe it blown a hole somewhere else. Or maybe this grid can't be damaged. Probably this grid can't be damaged. Let's go damage something that actually can be blown up. Let's go take a look. We're going to take out this blue ship, and we're going to go blow up another familiar ship. We've got a bunch of new weapons on board the blue Corvette here, but we do have a familiar target in sight, which of course, you know, we have to destroy in an update video. It's the CNL frigate. Let's go for it. So in testing this, I can also show off some of the other guns as well. This might be the artillery can. So if we F out of here a second, we've also got the artillery guns I can show along with a railgun and the new target blocks as well. So if I go into my camera, I can... There you go. I've locked my target. So if I click and right click, I managed to lock my target there, and I can untick it as well. By unlocking target. There you go. See? Now I don't have my HUD cursor on, so it's a bit hard to tell. Basically, I'm looking right at it. So if I do this, boom, locks target. And we can see we're slightly moving others there, but it does mean we are locked and primed and ready to fire. So if we go into F8 mode and line our beautiful camera up, we can take a look at firing this, and it's going to be beautiful. Ready? In 3, 2, 1. Oh, we just struck underneath it there. That looked beautiful in a sense. So if we aim up a little bit. Yeah, if we aim up a little bit there. There you go. We should be lined up perfectly now. So this time, we'll go over here and take a look. So it should be recharging for a minute. We should be in good aim to take a look here. So whilst we're recharging, we can take a look at the other guns as well. And these are the artillery guns. So we fire. Oh, that's what they look like. And they really feel some really thick, heavy artillery, don't they? If we see these ones fire again, it might take a bit of recharge. Yeah, before you can take a bit more to recharge here. Ready. Oh, look at that. Managed to damage ship up there. So these things you're definitely wanting to bow of your ship here because they can deal a lot of damage. This is really going to change the way to play inside of Space Engineers. Now the artillery turret, or this is rather artillery because we've got a turret version of this. This is the artillery. It's a static variant of a Titanic artillery cannon. It's designed for long-range engagements, provides devastating firepower against the most heavily armored targets. The weapon has substantial recoil when fired. So I'm not sure if we can see the recoil here. So thankfully we've got engines on board, so we can't actually feel recoil. However, if I turn off our dampeners and prepare to fire again, we should see how much the recoil actually affects the ship. Ready, standby. There you can see it forced it back a little bit. When I go my HUD, that sends back 0.28 meters a second. So I expect if you're on a smaller, lighter ship and you fire one of these, it's going to deal a lot of damage. So keep that in mind. Right, our railgun should be prepared and ready to fire. So let's line up over here, and we're going to take a look at how much piercing damage we can do to the ship. So ready, in 3, 2, 1, fire. Ooh, that pierced straight through the armor plating there. That went straight through here, is it? Okay, it went through that. Did it come out the other side? I'm not sure. We see damage? Something's gone through here. The artillery's gone through there. I'm not sure if the railgun came out the other side, though. So it went straight through. What it may have done. Maybe it just lodged itself in there. I think it went through there, didn't it? Yeah. That makes sense. We cut through a swathe of blocks here. Oh, no, it did go through. That's where the auction tank's on fire. Wow, okay. It shot through doors as well. That weapon, pretty devastating. But you can see how the weapons work here. They are perfect. Now, I do believe we do have some turrets on board. So the old Gatling turrets and the medium caliber gun turrets as well. These are very fun. They're basically assault cannon turrets. We can take a look at these and find out where they are. Where are they? Here we go. So these are our little turrets down here. And they look beautiful, don't they? Now here's one of the bigger turrets here. I switched up the ships here. We can see this firing. Ready? Ooh, that's a good shot, isn't it? That works really well there. We also got a small interior turret firing out here as well. Let's see another angle. And fire ready. This is the assault cannon turret. So this is a true multi-role weapon. It's done with versatility in mind, so basically the assault cannon is equally well suited to use in close quarters as well as at range. Delivering a powerful punch, the assault cannon excels in its role as a primary weapon on smaller craft and a secondary weapon even on the biggest ships you can sort of find around here. Now this does give you an opportunity to show off some cool stuff. So if I drop my character in here, we can hop into the turret, control panel. Now can we target the subsystem? We can. So using the new targeting subsystems, we can play around with this. The target options. This is a new subsystem targeting thing for Space Engineers. We can target weapons. Let's try that. And this should just target the weapons of the ship in front of us here. Let's see what it fires. It should target those Gatling guns we can see around here. There you go. It takes out one. Now let's see if it takes out the others as well. Oh, I think it's fired another one down below there. It's probably a missile turret now or something. Now we've got 2 more Gatling turrets in its visual range, including a missile turret at the back there. Let's see what it takes out next. Yep, takes another turret on the other side there. Very nice. Now we can tell to target other systems as well, which should you sort of disable the power. Let's do that. So we want to target power systems. Alright, will. Now it's targeting a power in here. I believe it just tried to take out either... Yeah, so it's targeting a reactor in here. Awesome. So basically, with the new combat systems inside of Space Engineers, you could target subsystems. Speaking of new blocks, we have the new armor doors here. Now, these are basically a DLC upgrade and cosmetic skin. They are part of a DLC pack. Basically, it's a nice sort of cosmetic block that you can use for armor doors. It's nothing particularly special, but it's rather nice, so keep that in mind. So on my far right-hand side, we have the Gatling turret, the classic, trusted, you know, well-blunt vanilla weapon for Space Engineers. Then the missile turret. We then have the autocannon turret. And then we have the artillery turret as well. So the assault cannon turret. This one is the assault cannon, isn't it? Yeah, this is the assault cannon. The other one we actually have is the autocannon turret, which is over here. And this is mounted on my little sort of like self-defense turret over here. So if we turn this on, auto cannon turret, and let's turn shoot on. Okay, now it's shooting. I think we can damage something. Then we damage the armor plating behind us. There you go, and it works rather well. So it'll only take control of me on board, but fair enough. You've got a sort of glimpse of how it works there, and also the railguns as well. So we've already checked out the railgun. We've already checked out some of these turrets. They do look beautiful in-game. How can you use them? Well, you can use the combat guide, which we'll be talking about shortly. But let's give you a general overview of the DLC so far. So if you're just playing Space Invaders today and you've not bought the Warfare 2 Broadside pack, you're just playing with the update and you've not bought the DLC. There is a new custom turret controller, so we take a look at this. This is a new little block here, and you're probably thinking, Jack, what does the custom turret controller block actually do in-game? Well, funny you should ask this. Basically, if you're making blocks like this one over here, that sort of custom turret we've got there, this basically allows you to control it a little bit easier as essentially an interface for that. So it's missing elevation or azimuth rotor hinge, must have a linked weapon tool or camera. So I'll do another guide on how to set these up in the future, but right now this is sort of a new interface to allow people to update stuff there and sort of work with it a little bit more fluently. And again, we'll explain it later. It essentially provides a simplified way to design and construct custom turrets to control them, including AI targeting. It's designed for ease of use and straightforward setup process, but again, I'll walk with you at a later date when we do a dedicated video on that. If you'd like to dedicate a video on that, let me know. We've also got the artillery one over here. This is very nice. This is like a static version of the artillery cannon, as common sense would suggest. But also, you could mount this to, say, a custom turret if you wanted to, and use something like that. You could basically do a ground side version, or even a space side version of what we've going on over here. So that's something to think about as well. We've also got a bunch of small ship weapons as well, including an assault cannon and an autocannon. This autocannons may take some people back. That was a very sort of vanilla weapon. Not vanilla, but a very fun modded weapon we had quite some time ago. We've got the artillery turret, the autocannon turret, the assault cannon turret, all of this fine jazz. It's fantastic. And we've also got the railgun as well. We also got the small assault cannon turret as well. Keep that in mind, it goes on small grids. There is an offset passenger seat and warfare ammo. So if we look at the offset thing a second, here it is, offset passenger seat. Oh, but I can't put it down here. Okay, that's a bit weird. We can put this somewhere else. I think we can put it over here. Can we like set a railgun right? I was thinking we put it right there, but no, we can put it there instead. There you go. Little offset seat there. Nice. It works. Cool. So you can have a seat in your small craft if you really want to. It's everything here inside the Warfare update. Now let's look at some of the cosmetic blocks which have been introduced with this sort of new DLC pack as well. So we already touched on the armor doors as well. We've also touched on the hatch, but let's talk about this little block up here, which may interest some of you builders. So this is a searchlight, aka it's a reuse of the spotlight. I'm not sure if it'll actually change or it's focused on something else right now. Essentially, the spotlights use the same sort of mechanism and programming as your traditional SE turrets. Obviously, they don't fire anything, so there's not much to worry about here. Because here they are just searching around, and the light does project, which looks fantastic. If you're a builder like myself, you'd wish we had these for years right now. They're really going to make something fun. And the benefit is, if you're doing PvP ground warfare, because these things act like turrets, you can essentially seek out enemy hostiles and stuff like that who are approaching your base, especially if people choose to attack in the middle of the night. Now, going to this new room here, we see I may have damaged something, so we have to repair this a little bit. Maybe we shot the railguns earlier. We have the new block up here, which is the light panels. They look very nice. So, just the clues in the name is a light panel. Not really much more I can tell you about that one. We also have the warfare reactor over here as well. So, if we grab a welder and weld it up, there you go. We might have fixed it now instead of the sparks. I think it's coming off that, actually. No, I thought it was broken for a second. It's actually the sort of effects block we've got going up here. But this is the warfare reactor, and it is looking beautiful. It's just a reskin reactor. It doesn't do anything different, doesn't operate anything different. It's just a cosmetic reactor that you can put inside of Space Engineers if you really want to. If you like designing complex reactor rooms, perhaps this is going to be the one for you. But as you can see here, the devs have designed this room beautifully, and it's got the searchlight on there as well. And I believe you've got the new warfare batteries up here as well. These are just skinned batteries, and they look rather cool if I do say so myself. These look more reinforced ones, so if you want these in game, you can have these in game as well. We also have these bridge blocks up here as well, sort of windows, so again you can use them, but I'll go check out some more better examples of these in a second when we get out of this room. So I head over here to sort of a command and control center we've got going on. We've got these new sort of bridge blocks, and they look really nice. Essentially they're bridge windows, just more reinforcement. I'm definitely going to be using them on some of my ships because they look fantastic. It's just a bit of nice design variation that operates here inside of Space Engineers. Here's actually one of the new blocks as well. This is a heat block. It doesn't really do much. It's just sort of like a cosmetic sort of thing there, which works rather well. You know, if you're designing stuff, you can use it if you want to. All of the new weapons I've mentioned today, including the assault cannons, the railguns, the autocannons, and all things like that, all these turrets and sort of manual weapons, or so I say static weapons, have their own ammo type as well. For example, there's autocannon shells, artillery shells, a railgun sabot, which is like a multi-part sort of thing, and ammunition as well. We're actually on a new scenario for the game as well. The map I'm currently sort of playing in, as you can see here, with the asteroid scenario, is basically an asteroid armory. You get to play as red or blue faction against friends in this pre-built conflict zone. You can go solo engage an enemy or a bit of piracy. Keep that in mind. Again, a list of all the things that have come in this update is the Warfare Ion Thruster. I will show you that very quickly here. So we got Ion, and we've got a new thruster to check out. Where is it? This is the Warfare Ion Thruster. Let's take a look. This should be the smaller version. And then we need the bigger version. These are 2 new thrusters, and they look really cool. I like the futuristic sort of setting that is going on with these. These are definitely going to be something I'm going to be using on some RDBI ships, very much so in the future. We also have a Warfare Reactor, which I touched on earlier. It's a new version of the iconic nuclear reactor, available for both large and small grids, so keep that in mind. We've got Warfare Door variants, a rocket launch, which you saw on the small fighter craft earlier, or this could be mounted onto a turret if you want to. A Warfare Gatling gun I've also shown you. Bridge windows, searchlights, passenger bench, because if you want a passenger bench, a light panel, we've seen those as well. I'm definitely going to be using the light panels. They look fantastic. I believe they also sort of colourful as well, so you can make a disco dance floor. The helm block as well, Warfare battery, the heat vent, this does open up. It provides an at-a-glance power usage as the vents open. Belt system, heat in response to power demand. Perfect for a poorly lit reactor room, so keep that in mind. Sliding hatch door, there's also a bunch of skins that have been included, but I'll let you check those out for yourself, as I don't really like doing skins here on the channel. We've also got a rock, paper, scissors emote, a salute emote, and that is basically everything in the game. Now, I think it's a fantastic update for Space Engineers. I want to dig through it more and spend more time with the weapon updates and see what people can truly create in-game. But I want you guys to let me know what you think down below in the comment section as per usual. Don't forget you can join my community Discord server here on Discord, YouTube, you get the point. But for now, I've been Captain Jack. Thanks for watching, have a good Thursday, and I'll see you very soon.